One way to tell that your ex wants you to contact them. Hi guys, my name is Christine and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm going to be talking about the one way you can tell if your ex wants you to contact them. So let's get straight into it. So the one way to tell if your ex wants you to start contacting them is if they contact you first. This means a positive phone call, email, or direct message from them. And when they send you this message, it will most likely be something like a hey, how are you? Or it might be something like, hey, how have you been? They won't probably directly say to you that they miss you and they want you back. And they may not directly say to you that they want to start having more conversations with you again. It's more like they're probably not going to tell you directly that they still care about you. It's more likely going to be something simple like a hey, how are you? But what's most important here is that it's a positive message and they have initiated it. If you're enjoying the video so far, then please leave a like on it and please do subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if there's anything you'd like me to discuss in a future video, then please leave it down in the comments, or if you have any tips and advice yourself. Thank you so much. So what I mean by positive is that it's not a negative message. So a negative message, or a message basically that insinuates that they don't want you to contact you anymore, is if they are trying to end the relationship, if they're trying to finalize things. So if they send you a message saying, hey, how are you? And it is followed up by, when can I get my stuff? Or I've got this of yours, can you come and pick it up? Or if it's about divorce papers, then obviously that's not a positive message. So basically, if it has anything about finalizing the relationship, about ending things, it's not the kind of message that you want to receive from your ex if you're hoping to get them back. It has to be just them inquiring about you, just them asking about your life, and nothing to do with them ending things. So basically, if they do message you in a positive way like this, just assume that they want to see you. So if they send you a message saying, hey, how are you? You can say, hey, I'm great, thanks, how are you? It would be really cool if we had a catch up one day. When are you available? You know, something along those lines. Because if you want them back, the worst thing that you can do is ignore them. Or to carry on with the conversation, but not actually ending up in you two meeting up. But remember this, it has to be them that starts the conversation. It can't be you. So if you initiate contact with them and they reply, that's not them wanting you to contact them. They have to be the one that contacts you first. So let's get into the signs that you should ignore and to not take seriously. So these are signs that your ex does not want you to contact them, okay? And they're signs that you should not take very seriously. So please don't assume that any of these signs mean that your ex wants you to contact them. If it's not a direct message from them, then you should be ignoring all of these signs. So one of the signs that you should ignore and not take too seriously is if they comment on any of your posts on social media. You should also ignore likes on your posts on social media. You should also ignore them watching your stories. You should also ignore when they reply to your messages when you have initiated contact. You should also ignore anything like a retweet. And you should also ignore things like blocking and unblocking you. I've had some people come to me and say, oh, my ex unblocked me. Does that mean they want me to message them? No, it's best to ignore these little things that don't really matter that much. I highly recommend, if you want to appear more attractive, that you watch these 2 ways on why walking away is attractive. So basically, my next point that I want to cover is to walk away and stay in no contact until your ex does this, until your ex contacts you first. Because otherwise you're not going to be able to tell if they're initiating contact with you. You have to kind of leave it for a little while, because if you don't and you keep on contacting your ex, you're not going to be able to tell if they want you back. The best way to tell if an ex wants you back, the more clearer sign, is basically if they initiate contact with you and it's been a few weeks or a few months since you last spoke to them. They have to be the one that directly messages you first. So until then, walk away from them and stay in no contact. So the next point I want to get into is don't obsess about your ex. Don't obsess about what they're up to. So the best way you can kind of do this is to find other areas in your life to think about, to obsess over, to get good at, to think about, to bring areas in your life that bring meaning to your life, other areas of your life that brings you purpose. Because if you're focusing loads on getting your ex back, if you're focusing loads on what your ex is up to on social media, the last time they were online, you're basically analyzing their messages and stuff like that, then you are obsessing over your ex. So if you're interested in finding your purpose and finding your passion, if you're interested in improving yourself and focusing on different areas of your life, you can go and actually check out this new channel that I created, which is solely about personal development and self-improvement. But please only watch those videos if you are actually interested in self-improvement and personal development, because it is not a channel about relationships. It's solely about personal development, improving yourself. And basically a piece of advice that I give people a lot is, if you have a hobby that you wanted to turn into a side business, if you have something that you want to do with your life, you have like a goal or a dream, something that you've always wanted to do, then that channel is really going to help with that, and you'll be able to find it up here in the cards. So you have to find more purpose in your life and more meaning in different areas of your life, and start healing, because if you've had a lot of time thinking about your ex, trying to get your ex back, you're going to need time to heal from it. Because I think sometimes people have the expectation that, oh, I'm just going to forget about them, or I can get over it really quickly. But really you can't. You know, it does take some time to heal and to get over it. And obviously you don't want to go into a rebound relationship, because those relationships rarely work. So it's important that you do take time to heal and spend some time away where you're not thinking about your ex constantly, especially if you do have like really bad habits. So if you find yourself, you're always checking their social media profiles, you're checking the last time they were online, you're overanalyzing the messages that you've been sending each other or something like that, then you need to stop doing that. You need to put your focus and attention on other areas of your life that mean a lot to you. So that's your hobbies, your friends, or something you want to turn into a side business, your career. You know, you really need to be focusing on more of those areas for a little while, until you become until you heal from the relationship, and then you can start finding someone else and going into a new relationship. If you would like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you guys again very soon. Goodbye, guys.